So guys and girls, welcome back to another video. I'm Hamza with Updato.com, and today we're going to be doing top tech for the month of March 2018. So with that being said, everything will be listed in the description below, and also we just hit 30k subs, which is insane. So big shout out to everyone that has already been subscribed to the channel, and if you are not, then make sure to hit that button down below. But thank you for all the support on the previous vids. But with that being said, let's get to it. Alright, so first up is this 360 camera from Rilo, which is actually pretty sick to play around with. The hardware interface is incredibly simple with just two buttons. One turns on the camera and starts and stops the recording, while the other one switches between the still and video modes. On the inside, it has twin sensors that capture 4K spherical video or 6K spherical photos. A 16GB micro SD card is included within the box, which is good. It lasts about 35 minutes of video, and it can also support up to 256GB of other SD cards. Now, where the magic really happens on this camera is on your smartphone, on the application itself that you have to download from the App Store, and from there you can really dig deep into what this camera offers and how good it actually is. The app is amazing, and you can seamlessly sync all your videos and photos and then play around with the image itself. The images and photos this thing produces are insane, and my favorite feature is inside the app you can pinch out and zoom out, and it will create this really awesome spherical photo, which I'll show you guys on screen right now. And what it does is it kind of uses some advanced technology or their advanced software, and it will kind of recreate both lenses. It will merge them all together, and then it will create this really cool looking image. That's my favorite feature by far, because I didn't have to use any fancy editing software or anything. It was just all done on my smartphone, and it was done within a matter of minutes. It's insane. So with that being said, I'll have this camera linked in the description below for you guys to go ahead and check out. But with that being said, let's move on to the next product. Moving on is the Creative iRaw Bluetooth speaker, which is for those of you that care about a great audio experience. This has a few tricks up its sleeve, and so it should be, because this price point is $150. For starters, the sound on this is incredible and is definitely up there with the myriad of Bluetooth speakers I have tested on the channel. It's insane, and I'm going to get onto the sound quality right now. But if you're wondering about the battery life, there's going to be no issues at all. This will last you 12 hours. It lasted me probably even longer than that, but on average around 12 hours, and that in my opinion is great, because you just need to charge it once, and for those of you that use it lightly, then you only need to be charging it once a week. What separates this from any other speaker within this price point is its dedicated equalizer button that will level out the mids and the highs and get that right balance. Now, in terms of bass, you are not going to be disappointed. This is the lightest and smallest 5-driver Bluetooth speaker that has a dedicated subwoofer. In fact, instead of me just talking about the actual sound quality, here's a sound test, and bear in mind this was only at about 30 to 40% of the actual volume itself. So there is definitely potential within this Bluetooth speaker.
I had a fix, bad bitch on my side. She came looking like a snowflake. Ultra Pump. Jumped into what the fuck is that? Took a shot. I got a million times. Suit talk like time 4 when I top back in a 5. Still alive, I could die.
Moving on is the Creative Halo. This speaker is a tad bit cheaper than the iRaw, with an 8-hour battery life and a smaller form factor, but this design is unique. The Bluetooth speaker has an oval shaped form factor, but when you turn it on, it has a programmable light show. It has over 16.8 million colors to choose from, and the Halo's light can dance to your music and sync with the beat of your music. So it's really more of a Bluetooth speaker for the looks and the actual fancy features than it is for sound. In terms of sound quality, it's nowhere near as good as the iRaw. The bass is lacking, and it kind of sounds a bit tinny at times. So in my opinion, if you're choosing this speaker, you're choosing it more for the looks than the actual sound quality itself. Next up is the Pico Globin VR headset that I had a lot of fun playing around with. This is essentially an Android system built into a VR headset that works really well. This is great for those of you getting into VR, and the reason being is because this is legit, like just a plug and play or turn on and it will play. And the reason being is there's no wires, no phone needed, nothing. Legit, all you need to do is turn it on, go through the installation, which will take a couple of minutes, and boom, you're ready to play. And honestly, it's addicting. My personal favorite game was the basketball shooting one, and that was just super addicting, and it is a timer, there's different modes on it, and it just makes it really interactive, especially because it's VR and it feels as if you're within the game itself. Obviously I can't really showcase how this thing works, it's super hard for me to do. It's just one of those products where you kind of just have to try it for yourself to see how good it is. Then they also have this remote as well, which is touch sensitive. Use this to navigate throughout the whole of the VR headset, and just overall it's a solid experience, it's seamless. There's no real complaints about it, it just works, it says what it does on the box, and for that it's a solid product. Lastly is the Fossil Q Control smartwatch right here, and stay tuned because we're going to be doing a full review next week and also a giveaway on this thing, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Now, in terms of design, the Fossil watch is incredible. At first glance, you wouldn't even notice that this was a smartwatch, as it's designed in such a way that it fits in with your normal everyday watch, and that's something I really like because they combine fashion with function. The Fossil Q runs the latest version of Android Wear, which means you won't have to worry about Fossil going through and delaying important updates. Now also, the Fossil Q's performance is standard, it works as expected with smooth animations, a responsive display, and the wake up feature works really well. Another great feature on this watch is the 5 ATM water resistance, meaning other smartwatches have an IP67 rating while this has a 5 ATM rating, so you can take this swimming or get it a bit wet and it will be fine and function as normal. But I'm going to be going more in depth onto this thing next week, so make sure you stay tuned. But with that being said, that wraps it up for today's video. Yay. Anyway guys, that wraps it up for today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, #44more if you watched this far in today's video, and that's about it. Anyway guys, latest lads. Bye.